Welcome to Tyranny. This is a classic computer RPG from Obsidian Entertainment. It's built using the same engine and tools as Pillars of Eternity. I'm pretty excited for this game, despite the fact that while I was initially excited for Pillars of Eternity, I eventually grew to very much dislike that game. There's a number of factors to that. I thought that was almost a great game. I had a few problems with it. The biggest of which I feel was the just utterly disgusting amount of filler battles. Just insane amount of combat. Plus I made the mistake when I played that game of playing it when it first came out, and back then they didn't have any companion AI. So if you didn't manually direct all your companions, and you generally have like 6 characters in total, they would literally do nothing. Eventually they added companion AI down the line, but it was too late for me. And that made all those battles, of which there were, as I said, just an obscene amount, extremely tedious. Plus I played on hard difficulty, which just amplified that. And I felt that Pillars, while the writing style was really good and I loved the lore bits and all the flavor text and stuff like that, I thought the main story was just kind of, well, boring. It never managed to hook me. Tyranny, on the other hand, I don't have to worry about missing companion AI because they have this in the game from the beginning. And I'm really interested in it. I really like the concept of it. And so I'm hoping the story of this time around is a lot more interesting and it manages to sink its hooks into me. So yeah, let's get started. This first video is almost certainly going to be just character creation. If you watch my Pillars videos, or at least the first one, then you know that I very much enjoy detailed character creation, and I take my time and I spend a lot of time on it, so this should be no different than that. Alright. I'm not going to go hard difficulty again. Because if you wind up with an insane amount of combat again, then that's like, as I said, this is just going to amplify the tedium. So I'm even thinking of story, but no, let's go with normal mode. And normal difficulty, and I usually like expert mode. I like having less helper features. I like finding things out for myself. I don't like excessive hand-holding. I've played enough computer RPGs that I don't need a giant arrow showing me everywhere to go. I can figure that out on my own. Alright, here we go. I wonder if it'll go right into character creation or if there'll be like a little something before that. Love the artwork.
For over 400 years, the armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and 2 of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Nerat, spy master and Archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die. Grave in ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general leads the disfavored. Though small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle. Watching over the two generals is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, eldest of Kairos' minions. Tunon brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders, judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws. You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Because I'm the player. Of course it rests in my hands. Come on. Alright, here we go. Can I zoom in? Maybe later. Alright, so male, female. I guess there's no races. Doesn't look like it. You're human or human. Oh. Alright, I can be burly. Super tall and skinny. So regular. We'll say husky. Stocky maybe. And lanky. Okay. So let's see, do I want to play male or female? I think I'm going to go female. Dark skin. I think I'm going to be burly. Okay. Now from what I know, from what I read, there are 4 distinct paths in the game. And 3 of them are evil. You can actually, I guess, play a good character in this game, but from what I hear, or from what I've read of the game, it's hard to do. And it will come with a lot of sacrifice and stuff. But I'm probably not going to try to go down the good path. Like, I'm going to definitely be evil here. I'm aiming for lawful evil in D&D terms. Like, I'm aiming for my character, like, my character's not a psychopath, doesn't enjoy hurting or killing others, but has absolutely no objection to hurting or killing others if it serves a purpose and it means gain for her. Like, she's basically ruthless, I would say would be the way to describe it. So hopefully one of the 3 evil paths allows me to play ruthless. Okay. Face and hair. We'll mess around with these and then I'll try to find the portrait that matches up best. Now, the vast majority of the time you're probably not going to see your character up this close, so this is, you know, kind of superfluous, I suppose, because you're never really going to see your character's face that much, but yeah. And that's the hair up. So I got this. That kind of goes with the burly body, the more square jaw. I think that works well with that. I kind of like that face. That's the face of a woman that has seen things. Yeah, I like that. Let's see, hair. Bald. Tied back. Shoulder length. Oh, there are more. There are more faces? No, they're just those. Okay. Those you can't scroll over. Got a nice braid. little bit of a flip right there. Tie back. Short, hanging over one side. Bun. Cornrows. And another cornrows and flipped over to one side. I like the braid. Let's see, hair color. There we go. I always like the... I'm a big fan of the dark skin, like silver gray or even just straight up white hair. I think that looks super duper badass. Do I want to go shoulder length? I want the braid. Not a fan of the little flip right there. Back. Oh, that braid shows up really nice with the silver hair. Braid looks pretty badass though. Looks good too. Damn. Nah, I'm gonna stick with the braid. We got tattoos. Oh wow, there's a lot of tattoo choices. Nice. I kind of like the snake wrapped around the leg. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with this snake. You're not going to see it too often, but... As I imagine I'm usually going to be wearing some kind of clothing or armor. I like the way that looks. That's pretty badass. Okay. Now to try to match up a portrait. Alright. Now, from what I read, this game uses a classless system. So you can just get whatever. There's no you're not pigeonholed into, sorcerer, thief, whatever. You can get whatever skills you want and mix and match. And I guess your skills increase as you use them. So, like in the way that Elder Scrolls games do it. Want to be an archer. It's a distinct possibility. I may go with archer. I think you command 4 characters in this game. So my character and 3 companions. So the 3 companions should be enough to have a couple meat shields up front to keep enemies busy while I pepper them with arrows. I just wish they had a portrait with the dark skin and the silver hair. I can't match that up. Suppose I could get someone in a hood or in a helmet, and then you can't tell. Well, you can see her hair is brown there, but I don't know if I'm going to make a straight-up fighter like this picture would suggest, although I do tend to play that a lot. Now let's go with this portrait. Oh, voices, yeah, there we go. We got female aggressive, female noble, female sneaky. I like the noble voice. Speak softly, but be ruthless at heart. How did you join Kairos' army? Pit fighter, soldier. Pit fighter, soldier, hunter, lawbreaker, guild apprentice, war mage, noble scion, diplomat. Go noble scion. I think that works well with the personality I'm trying to employ. Using wits and cunning and being ruthless to get what I want. And to get out of situations. Primary expertise. You were trained in the following combat style. Sword and shield. I imagine that means any one weapon, one-handed weapon. Yeah, sword and board, axe, mace, whatever. Javelin. Wielding a javelin is a good compromise between melee and range. Well, yeah, you can do both. Great sword, dual wielding, short bow. It's probably what I'm going to wind up going with. I want to be an archer. Shortbow is the weapon of choice for those who choose to attack from a distance, avoiding direct engagement with their enemies. Attacks, frost spells, shock spells, vigor spells, atrophy spells. Shortbow it is. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I get to see. Nice. Kind of clothing again. Oh. So you're the same. Oh, yeah, you still get the shield this way. Gotcha. He's just using a javelin instead of a sword. Alright, so for all 4 of these melee ones, you get this kind of Centurion type looking armor. Pretty cool. Oh, you get the unarmed, and you get the mage. Alright. Oh, I get to choose an ability. Oh, wow. I see Javelin gets the same ones. Hard shot. Cooldown 20 seconds, 12 to 16 pierce. Delay your aim to focus on hitting the target's heart. Gain additional accuracy for this attack and leave the target bleeding. Okay? The other one is Hobble. 10 to 13 pierce. So this one hobbled for 30 seconds. This is bleeding for 20. Target your enemy's feet with a ranged attack, hobbling them if successful. I mean, that's useful for keeping enemies pinned so they don't get to me. Just keep them at range. The hard shot is probably more useful for just straight up damage. It does more damage to begin with, and then there's the bleeding effect. And you get the bonus accuracy. But I think from a tactical standpoint, Hobble seems more useful. Okay. Secondary expertise. Mages skilled in shock magic can frequently interrupt their enemies, preventing them from executing their attacks. Frost magic is an offensive skill that focuses on slowing enemies as well as dealing cold damage. The School of Vigor is a utility branch of magic that focuses on granting bonuses to yourself and your allies. That'd be very useful. So this is basically... This would kind of be your cleric spells, sort of. Atrophy magic drains the skills and attributes of your enemy, weakening their attacks. So this is basically necromancy. This is your divine magic from D&D for your cleric type spells, and these are your 2 like different mage type regular elemental attack spell stuff. And I learn Titan's Touch, plus 2 vitality for 45 seconds, plus 2 might for 45 seconds. Fill the target with a surge of greatness, granting them a bonus to might and vitality. 45 seconds is pretty generous too, so I can cast that like at the very beginning of battle or when I think I'm just about to go into battle, and that should last for the duration of most battles. I like that. What would I get if I did Frost? Frozen Grasp. Envelop target in harsh winter cold, leaving them frozen for a time. Charged Fist. Channel an explosive surge of electrical energy, releasing it all at once on a nearby enemy, interrupting them and sending them flying back. Touch of Atrophy. Gather entropic energy and channel it into an enemy, sapping the target's might and vitality. The problem with this spell is it requires basically melee range, and I prefer to keep out. Could I select Shortbow again? And then I would get the second one, Hard Shot. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Vigor. Oh, and I get short bow and a lesser staff of titans. Cool. Oh, cool, my character colors. Clothing colors. Too bad this ninja mask here kind of covers up my awesome hair. Hopefully there's a hide helmet option in there. I'll check the options menu later. I like this black and gold combination. Looks badass. Ooh, I get a banner! Ha, sweet! There's more. I got the snake. That'll go with my snake tattoo. Oh wow, there's a lot of these. Sweet. I wonder if you could import your own banner. Like, it's probably possible to import your own character portrait. I wonder if you could import your own banner. I'll have to look that up. Be too late for this game since I'm already selecting one, but supposedly this game's very replayable because of the multiple paths through the game. You got the crossbow there. Works with my archer. Skills. This one looks like a company logo. I think I like the snake. Might as well go with the same colors I have on my clothing. Black and gold. Enter name. I haven't read any of the background lore to this. Not much anyway, so I don't really have a knowledge of the style of names they tend to use, and obviously it would vary from region to region. Let's see. Muriel. The unyielding. Alright. Attributes. Might determines the physical strength of the character. Increased might leads to more powerful attacks and stronger abilities, as well as increasing the endurance defense. This attribute is strongly recommended for you because of your training in short bow and vigor spells. Finesse. Attribute describes a character's physical and mental precision. Finesse is used to determine accuracy of attacks and spells, as well as increasing worn armor's chances to reduce a hit type, e.g. critical to a hit or a hit to a graze. Okay? This attribute is recommended for you because of your training in short bow. Yes, I think so. Quickness determines how often a character can use their abilities and spells in combats, reducing cooldown durations. That's useful. Vitality, that's physical health. As well as strength of personality. Ooh, that's very useful. I think I'm going to definitely raise that. Also increases will defense. Wits describes a character's mental acuity, the ability to observe their environment and pick up on clues. Wits is used to increase spell strength as well as increase magic defense. Ooh. This attribute is recommended because of your vigor. Yeah. Resolve determines a character's ability to endure physical and mental challenges. Resolve is the primary attribute used to derive the endurance, will, and magic defenses. It also increases the durations of afflictions applied by the character. So I get 8 points. Definitely want to add some finesse. Definitely want to add wits and vitality. More finesse, more wits. Vitality, a little bit of strength. We'll go with a fairly balanced approach here. Skills. All right. So let's see those. Magic staff. 200 weapons. I have a. Oh, because of my staff skill from the. Yeah, okay. Dual wield, one-handed. Control vigor determines a character's ability to draw and control spells that use the sigil of vigor. Higher skill values increase the chance of critical hits, which extend the duration of the vigor's bonus. Okay. Athletics determines a character's ability to traverse difficult terrain as well as their ability to execute complicated moves in combat. Athletics is also used in dialogue to determine your ability to intimidate or physically overpower someone. Dodge. Dodge skill defends against ranged attacks from bows, javelins, and magic spells. Higher skill ranks will reduce damage taken or even cause enemies to miss their attacks altogether. Lore skill determines a character's ability to decipher information and put together clues from fragments of information. This skill is critical for magic users who wish to learn new runes of power to power their spells. Lore is also used in dialogue to determine what you know about the history of the world, or to impress others with your intelligence. The parry skill defends against melee attacks. Higher skill ranks will reduce damage from enemy attacks and may lead to them missing altogether. The subterfuge skill determines a character's ability to move unseen through the environment, to detect and manipulate hidden traps and devices, and to open locked chests and doors. It is also used in dialogue to determine your ability to deceive or trick the person you're speaking with. That is useful. Alright, I got 20 points. Definitely want to increase my bow. Get that up to there. We'll get control vigor to 30. I like subterfuge. Another point in bows. No, you know what? A little more subterfuge. What do you want to continue? Selecting the conquest option will allow you to play through Kairos' conquest of the tiers, choosing how your character was involved in the invasion. That gives you the most control over the starting state of the game and how other factions will react to your character. Oh, alright, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Alright. Sweet. Okay, well, we'll leave off here and we'll start the game proper next time.